I've got cancer. No, don't click away. I'm not here to give you doom and gloom and bad news. I'm here to tell you that, yeah, I was diagnosed with cancer in September 2024, just 1 week ago. I'm pushing through it. I'm making real changes to my life, and that's what I want to talk about. There's some things that I've always tried to look after my health, and I've always tried to eat healthy, but now I'm going the extra mile. Now, it's breakfast time, and not a lot of people know this, but I make the world's best scrambled eggs. That's mainly because I'm pretty fussy about who I have breakfast with. But even though I make the world's best scrambled eggs, it's prompted me to go one step further. And over the last couple of days, I think I've invented the world's best therapeutic scrambled eggs. So if you hang with me for a few minutes, I'm going to give you a little insight into what I'm doing to look after myself. So here we go. Pan's warming up. First thing I'm going to do is give myself a splash of good quality olive oil to get started with. Not too much. And into that I'm going to put half a teaspoon of turmeric, because yeah, I'm putting turmeric in everything I eat now because it's so damn good for you. So there's my turmeric, and another thing I'm using that's exceptionally good for me is a good dollop of garlic. So there's my garlic. Here I've got Celtic sea salt, a pinch of Celtic sea salt, full of beneficial minerals. And something that I've always enjoyed in my scrambled eggs that makes it just that little bit special is a wee bit of hot curry powder. I always like to put curry powder in any egg meal. Just wakes them up a little bit and gives them that zing. So that is my basic medicinal paste that's goes into my world famous scrambled eggs. The next thing I'll be doing is putting in just a splash of good quality full cream milk. Please try and stay away from this reduced fat rubbish that they're trying to sell people. Reduced fat basically just means chemical shitstorm. So do try and avoid anything that is reduced fat or reduced sugar, because they have to put so much else in to keep it tasting decent. And those are the things you've got to watch for. You've got to remember they're not producing these things to aid you in your quest for good health. They're filling a market niche. They're selling these things because they want you to buy them, and that's really the only reason. There's not many people who are in the food industry who are passionate. I'm sorry, I'll say that again. There's not many people who are in the food manufacturing business who are passionate about food. They're passionate about money. There's so little food value in processed food that I'm surprised that they're allowed to call it food. So there we go, let's got that going. Now I am trying to stay away from wheat and flour, but you can't have scrambled eggs without toast, so I've got a reasonably good quality purchased loaf here. I've vastly cut down on my bread. I'm not eating the amounts I used to. I could honestly get through a loaf in a day if I was doing a lot of work and eating a lot of food. But now I'm trying to keep it down to a loaf of bread a week. So we'll get the toaster going. This has just started to warm up. Now, one of my tricks to making the world's best scrambled eggs is realizing that it continues cooking for a moment after you take it off the heat. So you do have to remove it from the heat before it's quite cooked to get the perfect moist scrambled eggs. And we're nearly at that point now. Just at the moment it's still pouring. You want to catch it just as it stops pouring. That will mean that it will settle on the toast in a nice presentable pile and it won't run all over the place, but it won't be hard and horrible like scrambled eggs you get in a restaurant, which it's difficult for them to get it right and get it out to you. Right, we're almost there. See how it's now sitting and it's not running? Time to go. So we'll put this on here. You'll see I'm using enamel plates instead of china plates like most other people. It's a habit that I got into through having a lovely Russian mother and daughter living with me for the last 2.5 years. For some reason, enamel plates are a bit of a Russian thing, and I don't really understand why, but I have seen other Russians in family situations eating off these enamel plates, and I guess once you've got them forever. They just don't wear out. Anyway, there's my brekkie. Very therapeutic, packed full of turmeric. I'm trying to get through at least a teaspoon of turmeric a day. I won't even tell you why I'm doing that, because YouTube won't like it, but trust me, do a little bit of research. And by research I don't mean Google it, I mean get yourself onto a proper unbiased search engine that's not trying to sell advertising, and look for a good holistic natural health site. I'd recommend Earth Clinic. There's a link up here. Have a poke around and look at the benefits of turmeric and garlic and some of the other stuff that you'll see if you choose to watch my other videos, because cancer is an increasing part of our lives. We've got this turbo cancer thing now going. Hey, isn't it funny how they have to create marketing names for stuff like this? Anyway, yeah, look, it's happening. It's spreading through society at an alarming rate. The chances of you or someone that you know and love and care for getting diagnosed with cancer is now increasingly high, so forearm yourselves. Okay, I'm off for breakfast. I'm not eating much, but I'm being very careful what I eat. I'm really weak. After breakfast, I'm going to kick back until lunchtime, and then I'm off to see a Chinese acupuncturist. I did mean to tell you about this in previous videos. The Chinese acupuncturist is putting between 20 and 30 needles into my back every day, and that's for the pain relief. But the other thing he's doing is giving me a vigorous, very vigorous lymphatic drainage massage. And the first 3 days of that were pretty ineffective. But day 3, 4, and 5, which I've just had, day 6 is today, sorry. Day 6 is today. I'm now getting Hersheimer reactions, which is the healing reaction that your body gives when toxins start to move and things start to free up and changes are being made. It's a wooziness, a confusion. It can be a headache. It can be sweating. It can be all over body pain. But it's changes in your body. It's stuff getting freed up, and I am feeling that at the moment. So, good breakfast to set me up for the day. Lunchtime, 1 hour on the table with the acupuncturist, and then I'm going to come home and have a big drink, maybe half a litre of water, and then asleep. Probably wake up at about 3 and just see what I can do with the rest of the day. And that is my new life. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. I'll look forward to knowing that you're there when I do the next video, which will be coming up probably tomorrow.